The concept of hybrid wars. The US has been waging wars for a long time, but we need to distinguish different types of wars. There are wars that are more subtle, way to subvert a state, to hijack its democracy. They're called hybrid wars. For this, the US has created NED, which stands for National Endowment for Democracy. In 1991, ex-NED President Alan Weinstein admitted what the CIA used to do covertly, NED is doing openly. In the case of Ukraine, NED had invested massively into the civil society, into politicians and media. Additional to that, there are hundreds of more institutions that act the same as NED, amongst them the Open Society of George Soros and USAID. Victoria Nuland, in a speech, had admitted that the US had invested $5 billion into Ukraine. That is 5% of Ukraine's GDP. Additional to that, the US has an entity called USAGM, which is the propaganda arm of the US, which invests around $1 billion a year for US propaganda to create disinformation on US enemies, mainly on Russia and China. Amongst many entities financed by USAGM, the most known are Radio Free Asia and Radio Free Europe, but many media influencers can get access to generous grants if they follow US agenda. This is to say that all this goes against a country's democracy, as the very foundation of democracy is self-determination. Those hybrid wars go against a country's sovereignty and can completely destabilize a country. It took one generation to subvert Hong Kong youth, to brainwash them and antagonize them against China, and which led to the Hong Kong failed colored revolution in 2019. It took also one generation to brainwash Ukrainians and antagonize them against their Russian brothers, rewrite history based on a glorification of Nazis, and this led to 2014 Maidan Revolution and the present situation in 2022, where Ukraine takes orders from neo-Nazis and the CIA.